Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel, and also welcome back to another episode of Roxy's Hair is a Disaster. I've told you guys why before, and if you remember, feel free to leave it in the comments. Let me know if you remember. And then give the reason. You know, so the people who don't remember are able to go to the comments and be like, oh yeah, that's what happened, yeah. So if you've been following this channel in recent times, especially since, like, I think January, that's when I started talking about it most, I love prototypes. You would know that I love prototypes. Especially prototype Monster High dolls, though I also think that prototype Bratz and Ever After High dolls are equally as interesting, and I'd love to get my hands on an Ever After High prototype or a Bratz prototype at some point. But today, we talk more about Monster High prototypes. There are different types of Monster High prototypes, such as hand-painted prototypes, 3D printed prototypes, in-box sample prototypes that are also hand-painted, and of course my favorite, the test shot. A test shot prototype Monster High doll is essentially a doll that's made up of parts that come from existing dolls, or just existing products in general. Like, for example, this Claudine is wearing a dress made of, like, scrap fabrics found around the factory, but it very much matches up with the final release of the doll in terms of the silhouette of the dress itself. It's virtually the same dress, just made using a white fabric and a pink fabric instead of the black and... well, the white is supposed to be black, and then it's multicolored, it's like green and purple and stuff. Look, you get what I mean. This doll here also uses a different face from the release doll, using, I believe it is Freaky Field Trip Claudine's face. So they just use whatever heads they have lying around to test out the rooting of the doll's hair, as well as testing out the outfit. These are very fascinating to me. I really love prototypes like this. Test shot prototypes are my absolute favorite from Monster High, and I would give anything to own one, which is why I'm very grateful to show you my newest addition to my collection today. So my friend from Canada runs the Monster High prototypes page on Instagram, and they have a lot of different Monster High prototypes. They own so many, I wish I was them for real. But basically, today I received this package from them in the mail. They were kind enough to sell me one of their prototype heads that they happen to have an extra of, meaning that they have two of this head. They also have a complete test shot version of this doll. Mine is just a head, and I will be needing to get her a body, as well as the outfit. I don't think I'll be able to get the actual test shot outfit, but I can get her the stock outfit, and it'll kind of be the same. Not really. Look, I'm just happy about it, okay? I think it's cool, I'm excited, and today I get to show it to you guys. So without further ado, I just ripped this off camera. Let's take her out and take a look. So yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said she was just a head, but I'm very excited. I do need to get this doll a body. I'm hoping that I can thrift a body for her, but yeah, let's take a look at her. At first glance, it may just look like a standard Bujork Cleo head, but when you turn her around, she's actually a 2015 reproduction Cleo head, modeling the rooting for Bujork Cleo. She does have a couple minor blemishes, such as one on her forehead and one between her eyes. I do believe that I can remove these and it won't be much of a problem. I'm also lucky her face doesn't appear too wonky. It's still kind of there, but it's overall not so bad, and her screening doesn't seem to be chipping anywhere. So I do actually own the final version of this Cleo. I thrifted her a few years back, and I figured it might be fun to compare her to my new test shot. I know it looks goofy to have this head on a pike like this, but I don't have a body, so this'll have to do. So the first major difference between them are actually the skin tones. As you guys know, in Bujork, all the characters got a bit of a shimmery skin tone, and you can see that the shimmer skin tone is not present on this Cleo because she is the 2015 reproduction head and not the Bujork head. So that means that even if I was to buy another of Bujork Cleo for her outfit, I wouldn't be able to use the body because it's shimmery. It's very shimmery and therefore a bit paler than Cleo's typical skin tone. The head is also in a bit of like messy shape in terms of the hairstyle. There is actually a factory rubber band back here holding it in place, but the hairstyle is clearly very messy and I will need to redo it, which is kind of the same deal with my complete one. Her hair is a bit messy. I don't know if it shows up. I don't even want to explain the detour that just happened. I'm back like an hour later in this video. Okay, what was I talking about before? I think I was just comparing them. Their skin tones are pretty noticeably different, as I said. Their rooting is exactly the same, though. Like, the tinsel is in all the right places, none seems to be missing. The hair has no breakage either, and when I compare it The length of the hair seems almost the same, except maybe a bit longer, actually. There's a chance that this one isn't fully, like, groomed the way it would be, so it might be a bit longer than it's supposed to be. Again, I'm not, like, 100% positive, but it's a possibility. I used to have a 2015 reproduction Cleo, and she was my only Cleo, but unfortunately I do not have that doll anymore. So I can't compare the faces even if I wanted to, but I'm pretty sure y'all can tell it's her, right? Like, the lipstick is pretty telling, the jewel, the makeup. It's pretty obvious, right? Her original 2010 screening is pretty noticeably different, so it's not a very good comparison, but it's good for the makeup. Overall, I'm aware she's not the most interesting or fascinating test shot sample, but nonetheless, I'm very happy with her. She's cool. Again, as I mentioned to you guys, I've always wanted to own a test shot, and my friend was very kind enough to sell me one, and I really like her. In the future, I would really love to get more, and my plans for this doll right now are to just get a basic Cleo, not like a 2010 one or anything. I mean, like, just any other Cleo doll, then get a Blue York duplicate, get the outfit, and put it on her. My friend has a complete version of this prototype where she actually has a full test shot outfit. It looks so cool. I don't think I have a picture of it saved. I don't know if he sent it in disappearing or not. He might have, so I might not have it anymore. But yeah, I don't have the outfit for her or a body, but I can definitely get those things somewhere like down the line. I actually thrifted my Blue York Cleo to begin with, so I just have to hope for that luck to come again so I can complete this one. So on the Monster High Prototypes Instagram page, you can actually see the full test shot version of this Cleo. You can see that she has blue jewelry, and her dress is made of that fabric. I recognize it. I feel like it might be the Werecat twins, like Zombie Shake. I could be wrong. And her shoes are done up in red. So this box prototype actually uses Ever After High pieces, which is kind of cool. It's an interesting one. So that's what the Cleo is supposed to look like, and mine is just the head version of that, but regardless, I like her and I think she's interesting. Next time I cover prototypes on this channel, like in a video about them, I might include more photos from this post, because again, I really like this set. It's just cool in general. But yeah, overall, I'm very excited to have finally gotten my first ever Monster High prototype. If you guys have been watching my channel for the last few months or so, you know that I've been on a Sonic the Hedgehog binge, and I actually already own a prototype of Shadow. My Shadow prototype is probably one of the coolest things I own. He uses a different material inside of his ears. It's a different color, as well as a different color for his muzzle here. It's more orangey on the final release. The material used for his eyes is different as well. He even has a different tag here that says he's Sonic instead of Shadow. This is a generic Sonic the Hedgehog tag. Like, very generic. As you can see, it doesn't even have anywhere to scan on it, which is usually what these tags are for. They're usually to scan the plushie so you can sell them. His tags are also removed. Usually they have to do that with plushies that come from factories because the employees can't get in trouble for selling them, because if they get in trouble for it, they'll lose their job. So they usually cut the tags off like that. Another detail is that his shoes are missing his treads. Shadow plushies usually have these treads on the bottom of their shoes, the yellow stripe and like the little air shoe holes and such. This one does not feature that, but the final release of the plushie does. So he's a prototype. He's pretty cool. This is the first one I ever got, and I love him dearly. So yeah, in short, those are both of the prototype things that I currently own. I love my Shadow plushie, and now I love my Cleo. I've never been the biggest Cleo fan, probably before the last few years. I would say my interest in Cleo picked up after I got her original doll. I remember getting her in Deuce in around, I think it was like 2017? No, it was 2018. Yeah, 2018. So I've only been a Cleo fan for like the past 5 or so years. But I did like her all the way back in 2010 when I first saw Noogle at school on TV. So it's unimaginably cool to own a prototype doll of her. It'll be easiest to fix her hair once I have a body to put her on, but for now, we'll just be leaving her like this. A head on a pike, because that's all I can do for her. But yeah, that's about it. I'll keep you guys updated on what I do with this head and if I get my hands on any more prototypes. My friend is currently trying to help me get one, but the seller wants insane prices, so we're trying to get them to go down a little bit. But yeah, for now, I'm very happy and I'm excited to see what I can do with this head, of course. I don't know why I went all the way down here, like there was something to show you. Force of habit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!